Hey guys, what is up? Shadolance back for another review. Today I'm going to be doing the newly released Micro Uzi. I know it took me a little while to get to this review, especially since I've had the gun for a while now. You guys have seen me use it in my other videos, but I actually did the gameplay about a week ago, and I did pretty well at the gameplay, so I thought I might as well go ahead and use it, and I like this gameplay a lot, so I thought I would really use this gameplay. I liked it. So, hopping right into the stats, we're seeing a damage of 36, a portability of 85, a rate of fire of 90, an accuracy of 64, and a recoil of 64. Now, the original GP gun Uzi was one of the very, very first guns to have a 90 rate of fire, or a very high rate of fire like those newer guns we have today have, and also the very high portability. Both of these guns have an 85 portability. I'm mostly going to be comparing this to the original Uzi, although I will mention the Micro Uzi Metal stats. Although the Uzi Metal is also released, the GP Rare variant, the higher ranked GP gun. Although it's been announced, it is not going to be, obviously, listed in this review because I don't have stats for it, because it's not even released yet. Although it is going to be released, Nexon has told us. So hopping right into the stats of the Uzi, we see a damage of 30, a portability of 85, rate of fire of 90, accuracy of 63, and recoil of 65. So the massive increase in damage from 30 to 36 is a whopping huge difference between the two Uzi weapons. Also the reload, which is quite a bit different as well. It's got this kind of angry reload, as Sniff says, and I agree with him. The guy just kind of like slams the clip into the gun. It's also very similar reload to the new MSG Camo. If you guys want to try that GP gun out, it's a little bit higher ranked, but it's definitely worth trying out. It's kind of fun to play with, but it's not the best gun in the world. But this is about the Uzi, so let's stick on this. It is only a fully automatic weapon. All of the variants are only fully automatic, and I assume the Uzi Metal will also be fully automatic only. You cannot put a scope on this weapon. You can't put it on any of the variants, I don't believe. Yeah, you can't put it on any of the variants. You can put an extended magazine, and I highly suggest you put an extended magazine 1 on this to maintain the same clip size, the faster reload, and still have the capacity to get a couple of accolades, which is really nice. Now, one of the biggest increases on top of the damage to the Micro Uzi is the silencer on the gun. So not only do we have a massive increase in damage, we're also seeing a huge increase with the silencer, because especially the higher damage, mostly silencers would lower the damage of the gun, and because you can put a silencer on the original Uzi, that would lower the damage to being approximately 27. So if you wanted to make a Micro Uzi, you're looking at a 27 damage gun versus a 36 damage. That's a huge difference, and the damage drop-off is pretty much the same, to be honest. Although with the higher damage, it's very hard to truly calculate. But the damage drop-off does feel to be about the same, so that hasn't gotten any better, and the Uzi did have pretty bad damage drop-off, so that's still kind of true with this gun. It's also the same with the Magpul, the Barapi, and a lot of similar guns. I saw that grenade and I was like, oh fuck. But anyway, going back to the stats comparing the Micro Uzi to the regular Uzi, I do believe that there is a 1-point increase in accuracy and a 1-point decrease in recoil, and then there's obviously the damage and the silencer that's new. Comparing it to the Micro Uzi Metal really fast, the Micro Uzi Metal also has the damage of 36, the portability of 91, which is 6 points increase from the portability of the Micro Uzi and the Uzi. We're seeing a rate of fire of 90, which is the same on all the weapons. An accuracy of 64, which is the same as the Micro Uzi, and a recoil of 63, which is even 1 point further decreased. So from the regular Uzi to the Micro Uzi Metal, the lowest to the highest variant, there is a silencer, a much less damage drop-off. I know there is a less damage drop-off on the Micro Uzi Metal because I've compared it to the Micro Uzi, which I know is similar to the regular Uzi, so I know that there's quite a bit of damage drop-off that's been decreased on the Micro Uzi Metal. So you have the 6-point increase in damage, you have an extra, no, sorry, not an extra magazine, the 30 of 120 is what the wiki says, but I'm pretty sure it's 30 of 90. I'm not 100% sure of that. It might have an extra magazine, I don't remember, but anyway, it has the same rate of fire of 90. The accuracy gets the 1-point increase. No, it's the recoil that gets the 1-point decrease. My bad. So that's the big difference between those. It's actually a very popular weapon, especially after being sold for permanent over Christmas break. And now that they've sold the P90 TR SE again for a couple of days for permanent, after selling it already on the Christmas break, I was really expecting more people to buy the P90 TR SE, because I still find it to be better than the Micro Uzi for a couple of reasons, and I will open up the stats real fast. I'm just going to go P90 TR _SE. Let's see if I can whip this up. Here we go. So the damage of 36 on the P90 TR SE gets increased to 39 after you customize it. The portability of 73 obviously doesn't compete with the Micro Uzi's Micro Uzi Metal's portability of 91, I do believe it was 90 or 91, and the portability on the the rate of fire of 82 gets increased to 85, and that's pretty close to the Micro Uzi at 90, but with the higher damage, you're going to be getting that same effect. It's going to be a faster killer overall, especially since the P90 TR SE has among the lowest damage drop-off of any SMG in the entire game. So with the low damage drop-off, the 3-point increase in damage, and the fact that you have an ammo capacity 50 of 100, so you have a total of 3 magazines, 50 shots each, that in itself is a massive boost, considering that even with an extended magazine 2, you're only going to be getting the 45 shots on a Micro Uzi Metal or a Micro Uzi. So that's also kind of a nice point out. You can also put a scope on the P90 TR SE, which is also nice, and the gun is accurate enough to tap at decent medium ranges. You know, it's accurate enough to tap, which is also very nice. So. But one thing that I do like about the Micro Uzi is that even with an extended magazine, it has among the fastest reloads in the game. It's rivaling the Magpul at least. It's among the fastest reload in the entire game, which is really, really nice. SMGs typically have very fast reloads, and this is among the fastest. So I don't think there's a whole lot more to say about this. You can get the Micro Uzi just by buying it in the shop. The Micro Uzi Metal is available in the Mist Tango, and the P90 TR SE is available in the Mist Echo, the Papa, the Whiskey, the Infinity, the Mega Mist Crate, the Transport Locker, the Mist N when it comes around every now and then. And if you guys remember the P90 cases, it was available in that. So far, the P90 TR SE has just been among one of the most OP weapons in the entire game. I know I already have the review out on it. I didn't intend to talk about it this much, but there's not really a whole lot more to say about the Micro Uzi. It's just an Uzi that's on crack or something. So honestly, I think it's among one of the best SMGs in the game, and even if it gets nerfed a bit for damage drop off even more, which wouldn't make sense because it's already still about the same as the regular Uzi. If it were to get nerfed anyway, I still think it would be an excellent weapon. The spread is very small, the pattern is super easy to control, very, very small spread, just like the P90. It's not as small when jumping, but it's still small enough that it's very easy to manage. Not to mention it's very small and just out of the way on the screen if you guys care about that kind of stuff. That's about all I really have to say about the guns in the review. There were a couple of questions I had for you guys. First of all, what kind of intro sequences do you guys like the most? I've used a lot of different intro sequences, ones that are more simple, ones that are montage based, one that just say Shadolance Productions. I've had a bunch of different kinds. What do you guys think? Also, would you guys like me to put background music in my reviews? Or would you guys prefer me to do a silent review with just the vocal audio that I have now? I don't want to include the gunshot sounds and that kind of stuff, but that was just another thing I wanted to ask you guys. So that's just something I wanted to point out. I've been doing music in my recent commentaries, and I think I'm going to continue doing it in the commentaries, but reviews I wanted to ask you guys first. Also, don't forget to check out the Facebook group. The link will be in the description, and yeah, I hope you guys have a really good day. About out of time for this review, so please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out more videos. I really appreciate all the support, guys. Check out Facebook, check out videos. That's all on your agenda. Shadolance out.